Hi everyone, welcome back to the Frugal Watchbox channel. Today, we will be comparing two budget-friendly dress watches. Casio's MTP-V006, a classic pilot-style timepiece, and the Q&Q Q59A, which offers a similar aesthetic. Both are straightforward, practical watches without the complexity of day or date complications, making them ideal for those who appreciate simplicity in design. What I have here is the Casio MTP-V005, which I bought a few months ago. The main reasons I got this were its relatively low price of just $15, the stunning sunburst effect on the deep blue dial, and the rose gold indices. That said, I'm not a fan of the faux leather strap. It feels a bit cheap, and I'm looking forward to replacing it with a genuine leather one soon. Now, let's take a look at the Q&Q Q59A. Here's a quick unboxing. I know some of you aren't big fans of unboxings, so I'll keep it short. Here's the watch. It has a similar design to the MTP-V005, featuring a blue dial and Arabic numeral hour markers. The dial looks great and also has a sunburst effect, adding a nice touch. There's no manual included with the watch, just a warranty card, but don't worry. You can always find the manual online with a quick Google search. It's not hard to locate. Let's remove the tag to reveal the full model number. And here it is, Q59A002PY. Now, let's take a closer look at the watch. First, I'll remove the protective sticker from the crystal. There doesn't seem to be any protective sticker on the back case, though. Alright, let's compare it with the Casio. As you can see, the Casio features a deep blue dial, while the Q&Q has a softer blue dial with a slight violet tint. We'll review the Q&Q first, then move on to the Casio afterward. Starting with the case and bezel, the Q&Q has a classic look. The case is chrome-plated, likely made of alloy or brass, which makes sense given its relatively low price point. The crystal is mineral glass, and the medium-sized crown appears to be stainless steel. Interestingly, the crown size is almost identical to the one on the Casio. Now, let's dive into the dimensions of the Q&Q watch. Case size, approximately 40 millimeters. Lug-to-lug distance, around 47.4 millimeters. Thickness, about 8 millimeters. Lug width, 20 millimeters. There's no official information on the weight, but I'd estimate it to be somewhere between 44 and 46 grams. The dial of the Q&Q is light blue with a tint of violet, featuring a subtle sunburst effect that catches the light beautifully. Around the outer dial, there are white minute markers with bold rectangles marking each hour position. The hour markers are Arabic numerals, styled in a way that gives the watch a pilot or field watch aesthetic. These markers are white, in contrast to the Casio, which features more pronounced rose gold hour markers. On the Q&Q, you'll find the Q&Q logo positioned just below the 12 o'clock mark. Below that, there's a water resist label indicating a 30-meter water resistance rating. At the very bottom of the dial, you'll see the model number, Q59A002PY. The Casio has a similar layout, with the Casio logo beneath the 12 o'clock position. However, there's no water-resistant imprint on the dial itself. Instead, the Japan movement imprint is located at the extreme bottom. The water resistance information and model number for the Casio are printed on the caseback instead. Now let's look at the hands. The Q&Q features sword-like hour and minute hands in silver, along with a needle-like silver second hand. Unfortunately, none of the hands on the Q&Q have loom. On the other hand, the Casio boasts broader hands with loom applied to the hour and minute hands, except for the needle-like silver second hand. All the Casio's hands are rose gold, except where the loom is applied, creating a cohesive and polished look. What's particularly impressive about the Casio is how its rose gold indices perfectly match the color of its strap. In contrast, the Q&Q doesn't have a matching strap. The white indices pair with a black strap. That said, the synthetic leather strap on the Q&Q looks and feels more premium than the Casio strap, with a crocodile skin texture compared to the plain design on the Casio. The cases of both watches are similar in style, likely made of ion-plated brass, though the Q&Q has slightly longer lugs. Both watches feature mineral glass crystals, ensuring durability and scratch resistance. Let's dive into the details of the Q&Q strap. The black strap has a premium appearance, with a crocodile-style texture that resembles genuine leather. Compared to the Casio's plain strap, the Q&Q's design feels more refined. The strap retainers on the Q&Q also feel solid and well-built. A notable feature of the Q&Q is the engraved logo on its stainless steel buckle, adding a nice touch. In comparison, the Casio's buckle has no logo. The back of the Q&Q strap is brown and well-crafted, with a prominent Q&Q logo stamped onto it. In contrast, the underside of the Casio strap is black and has no logos or additional markings. The strap on the Casio feels soft and comfortable, especially when compared to the Q&Q strap, which, while more premium in appearance, is slightly stiffer. Let's move on to the dimensions of the Casio. Case size, approximately 40 millimeters. Lug-to-lug distance, about 47 millimeters, making it slightly shorter than the Q&Q. Thickness, around 8.1 millimeters, just a bit thicker than the Q&Q. Lug width, 20 millimeters, the same as the Q&Q. Weight, approximately 46 grams. The caseback on the Q&Q features several imprints, including the Q&Q logo, water-resistant 3-bar, base metal bezel, and other details. On the Casio, the caseback includes the model and module numbers, the Casio logo in the center, water-resistant, and other essential details. A significant advantage of the Casio is the presence of loom on the hour and minute hands, which adds functionality in low-light conditions, something the Q&Q lacks. On the wrist, both watches have a similar presence due to their shared case size. However, the Casio may feel slightly better thanks to its shorter lug-to-lug distance, making it more accommodating for a wider range of wrist sizes. Which one should you buy? If you're looking for a watch with practical features like loom for visibility in low-light conditions and a softer, more comfortable strap, the Casio MTP-V005 is the better choice. Its deep blue dial with rose gold accents and shorter lug-to-lug distance also give it a refined look and a snug fit on most wrists. On the other hand, if you prefer a watch with a more premium feel and aesthetic details, the Q&Q Q59A is the way to go. Its violet-tinted sunburst dial, crocodile-textured strap, and Q&Q branding on both the strap and buckle offer a touch of elegance that stands out. However, keep in mind that it lacks loom and the strap is slightly stiffer than the Casio's. Ultimately, choose the Casio for practicality and comfort, or go for the Q&Q if you value design and premium finishes. Both are great options for their price points, so you can't go wrong either way. I think that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like. It really helps out a lot. See you again in the next one. Bye for now.